Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. We got some Cleveland Indians and Boston Red Sox ball game coming at you pre-1961 Apba bats. And it's the final game of this two-game series. Leading off for the Cleveland Indians playing shortstop today. Nap Lajuan batting second playing right field is Shoeless Joe Jackson. Batting third playing first base Hal Trusky. Batting fourth playing third base Al Rosen. Batting fifth, playing center field, Larry Doby. Batting sixth, playing second base, Bobby Abel. Batting seventh, playing left field, Earl Averill. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Jim Hagan. And on the mound, batting ninth is George Yule. And for the hometown Boston Red Sox, leading off, playing third base, Jimmy Collins. Batting second, playing second, Pete Rollins. Batting third, playing center field, Dom DiMaggio. Batting fourth, playing left field, Ted Williams. Batting fifth, playing right field, Jackie Jensen. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, Vern Stevens. Batting seventh, playing first base, Buck Freeman. Batting eighth, on the catching, Sammy White. And on the mound for the Red Sox and batting ninth is Mel Parnell. Let's get down here to the Fenway and get this game started. And I'll lead it off here for the Tribe. Elijahway's batting .333 with a homer and 5 RBIs. Mel Parnell, this is his second appearance. He's 0-1, with a 9 ERA. And the ball game's underway. That's going to be against the lefty, a 16. And that's going to be a base hit for Knapp. He's on with a infield single. And Elijahway's down at first now for Shoeless Joe Jackson. And Jackson's batting .308 with a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Mel's got himself in a pickle here already. First two batters aboard, first and second, and nobody out. And that brings up Hal Trusky. And Trusky's batting .303 on the year. He's got 4 homers and 10 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Hal. And that's going to be against us. 18. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And that's going to score Elijahway. And Jackson's going to stop at second. So RBI double, RBI single for Trusky. And it's quickly 1-0 Cleveland, and still nobody out here in the first. And Al Rosen's up now, still first and second. Rosen's batting .167 with a homer and 1 RBI. Here's the pitch to Rosen. And that's going to be a tailor-made double play down the short. Let's see here. 63 on a 9. That might be fielding column 3. And it is. And that's still going to be a double play. That's going to be the old 6-4-3 double play. So now there's 2 outs and a runner down at third for Larry Doby. That was a big double play. Larry Doby's up now. And Doby's batting .250. He's got no homers and no RBIs on the year. And that's going to be another base on balls. Just like that, you got runners on first and third now with 2 outs. First and third is what I'm looking for. There we go.
Avila.
And you got Bobby Avila up now. And Avila's hitting 400 on the year. Can he add to this lead by the Tribe? Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be against the lefty, 14. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And Doby's going to get the third with 2 outs. So an RBI single by Bobby. And we got first and third still.
Averill.
And now you got Averill up. He is batting .250 on the year with no homers and 1 RBI. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. The Tribe trying to bust this game open here in the first, already up 2-0. And that's going to be a double in the deep center field. And that'll clear the bases. 2 RBI double. And it is 4-0. 4-0 Tribe before you can even get in the stands.
Averill.
As Averill hits that double. Why didn't it take? Double in the center. Why is it not taking this? And that brings up Jim Hagan. And Jim is batting .143 now. He's got a runner in scoring position. Again, 2 outs, but the Tribe scored 4 runs already. Jim is batting .143, no homers and 2 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to DiMaggio. That'll finally end the inning. Indians 4, Red Sox coming to bat with Collins, DiMaggio, and Rollins up here. And Collins, he's batting .268 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 3 RBIs. George UHLE, this is his second appearance, no record. With a 7.5 ERA. Here's the pitch to Collins. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jackson and right for out number 1. And it brings up Pete Rollins. And Pete's batting .121, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby at second, over to first for out number 2. That brings up DiMaggio. Dom batting .118, nobody on, no 2 outs. DiMaggio's hitting no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one again out to Jackson. 1, 2, 3 goes to Indians. The Tribe lead 4-0 in the top of the second. We'll have UHLE then back to the top of the order in Lajoie and Jackson. George is batting .500 on the year because we don't need no stinking DH. And he's got a homer and an RBI. George homer again here. And that's a fly ball to deep center field, but DiMaggio's got room out there, makes the catch for out number 1. Back to the top of the order in Lajoie. He singled and came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Collins. He fires over to first for 2 quick outs. Here's Shoeless Joe. He walked his first time up and came around to score. And that's going to be a ground ball in front of the plate. 44 on an 8. And that'll be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a nice play out there by White. He grabs it, throws it down the Freeman at first. That ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the Tribe. And now you got Williams, Jensen, and Stevenson due up here. Ted batting .469, 4 homers and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Williams walks on down to first with the leadoff batter. Brings up Jackie Jensen now. And Jensen's batting .212. He's got 3 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. A 20. That's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Earl's got it. That'll be out number 1. Burns up now. Vern Stevens. He's batting .333 with 3 homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls for him. George walking himself into trouble here. 2 walks in the inning. First and second and 1 out. And Buck Freeman's up batting .125 with no homers and 1 RBI. And that's a ground ball down the second. Can they turn 2? Nope, that's going to be a pop-up down the second. That'll be out number 2. And Sammy White's up now. And Sammy's batting .103 with no homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Bobby's got that one. A 26 and an 8 should be fielded in column 1. No problem. And it is. And it is. And that's going to be over to first for out number 3. The old 4-3 put out. And that ends the inning. The Red Sox strand 2. We go to the top of the third. It's still 4-0 Cleveland. You got Trusky due up here, followed by Rosen and Doby. Trusky singled and drove in a run his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Vernon short for out number 1. Brings up Al Rosen now. And Al, he grounded into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down the short and another out. 2 up and 2 down. Brings up Larry Doby now. And Doby, he walked, came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Mel's got it. 1, 2, 3 goes the Tribe. So Mel settled down after that rough first inning. We go to the bottom of the third rather. You got Parnell due up, then back to Collins and Rollins. Mel is 0 for 1 on the season. And not anymore. He's going to get a base hit because we don't need no stinking DH. A single in the right. Again, gets the leadoff batter aboard here for Boston. That brings up Jimmy Collins. He flew out the right his first time up. And it's going to be another fly ball out to Jackson. So 1 down now. Runner still first for Pete Rollins. Pete Rollins is batting .118. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And they'll get the lead runner. Mel's out of there. But they can't turn 2. Pete beats the throw down there. Now there's 2 outs for DiMaggio with Pete down at first. And DiMaggio flew out the right his first time up. And against the righty, a 19. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, a fly ball out the left. And that'll do it. Boston leaves another one. We go to the top of the 4th. Still 4-0. And we got
Avila
and
Earl
Averill, followed by Hagan due up this inning. See what Bobby can do here to lead off the top of the 4th. Bobby has an RBI single his first time up and came around to score. And against the lefty, it's going to be a 14. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Ted Williams has got it. Makes the catch for out number 1. Earl's up now. And Earl, he doubled, drove into his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball in front of the plate. And again, White makes a nice play, throws down the first for out number 2. Here comes Jim up now. Jim, he flew out to center his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3 goes the Tribe. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Got the big boys due up here for Boston. Williams, Jensen, and Stevenson. Ted walked his first time up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball's going over the green monster, folks. No doubt about it. And now the Red Sox are on the board. And it's now a 4-1 ball game. Ted Williams with his 5th homer and 14th RBI. That brings up Jackie Jensen. You can see Cleveland's upcoming schedule. They leave Boston and go home to play the A's. And then after that, they're on the road to play Chicago. Jackie's 0 for 1. He flew out to left his first time up. And he squares this one up. And George is in trouble here in the 4th. And that's going to be a double in the right field. Finds the triangle out there. Jensen standing at second now with nobody out. And up to the plate now steps Vern Stevens. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a line drive right at second. And the runner does get back though. So no double play, but Jensen stays put at second. And Buck Freeman's up now. Freeman popped up to second his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 54 and a 3 is probably going to be fielding column 3. And it is. The runner will get down the third. As UHLE comes over, takes the throw from Hal. And now there's 2 down, runner down at third. And up to the plate steps Sammy White. White grounded out to second his first time up. And that's going to be a pop up in the foul territory. Hal makes the catch near the stands. And that'll end the inning. But Ted Williams' home run makes this a 4-1 ball game. We go to the top of the 5th. We got UHLE due up, followed by the top of the order in Lajoie and Jackson. George flew out the deep center his first time up. And that's going to be a drive in the right field. Jensen's got that one. 1 down. Up to the plate now is Lajoie. He singled, came around the score and grounded out to second. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And the Tribe's got a runner down at first with 1 out for Shoeless Joe. And Joe is 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded out to the catcher. And that's going to be against the lefty. 18. And that's going to be a single in the right field. See if Knapp's going to try to single in the right field. 45 to that. And 5. 5 on a 17. I'm making a 22. 22. And you got the nope. He's going to stop at second. First and second and 1 out here for Hal Trusky. See if Trusky can drive him in down there from second. First and second. And Hal has an RBI single and grounded out to short his other time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. That fills up the bases. Bases juiced with the Indians. Hal Rosen's up to the plate here. No place to put him. You got Knapp down at third. Shoeless Joe at second. Hal at first. And Al at the plate. Rosen's grounded out the short both times up. Go play the defense back, try for the double play. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Hal Rosen strikes out. Big strikeout by Mel. Can Dobie do something here with 2 outs? He is 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded out to the pitcher. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. The Tribe leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 4-1 Cleveland. We got Parnell due up, Collins and Rollins. And Mel's 1 for 1 today because we don't need a stinking DH. Make it 2 for 2. Another base hit in the right field. And a leadoff batter's aboard here. Now you got Jimmy Collins up. And Jimmy is 0 for 2. He's flown out the right both times up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's the first strikeout of the game for George. 1 down. And Pete Rollins is up now. And Pete's 0 for 2, grounded out and reached on a fielder's choice. And a 9 against a 19. And that's going to be a single. Beats out the infield hit. And now you got first and second and 1 down for DiMaggio. So the tying run comes to the plate. DiMaggio's 0 for 2 today. He just flew out the corners right and left. And that's going to be a tailor-made double play ball. And ball is hit down the second. And matter of fact, it's not a tailor-made double play because DiMaggio is going to beat it out with his speed. So they'll get the runner at second. 4-6 put out. So we're going to have first and third now and 2 outs. DiMaggio hustles down there. And here's the question. Do you let Ted Williams bat? That is the question. He's 1 for 1 today with a homer. George is going to pitch to him. Tying run at the plate. Here's the pitch to Ted. And that's going to be a base on ball, so he doesn't pitch to him. He walks him. Bases are now juiced, though. So now the tying runs at first. Go ahead runs at the plate. And Jackie Jensen, he doubled his last time out, and he's flown out the left. And that's going to be a 40. The infield, let's see here. 8, 17, 19, 27, 35. That'll be fielding column 2. Double play, runner out at home. Runner doubled off third. So that was the 1, 2, 5 double play, but they only really need 1. So he'll go to first with 2 outs. Yep, that'll be the old 1-3 put out. George gets out of the mess. And Boston leaves the bases loaded in the 5th. Both teams had a chance in the 5th to get some runs. Neither did. We go to the top of the 6th.
Avila.
Averill.
Avila, Averill, and Hagen due up here in the top of the 6th. Let's see if they can get some insurance runs here. And Bobby's 1 for 2 with an RBI, and he's flown out the left. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second for out number 1. Earl's up now, and Earl is 1 for 2 with an RBI, 2 RBI double grounded out to the catcher. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 19. That's going to be a fly ball out to Jensen for out number 2. It's up to Jim to keep this inning alive here. And Jim is 0 for 2. He's flown out the center and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's going to be a ground ball down to Freeman. And he'll step on the bag. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. To the bottom of the 6th we go. We got Stevenson, Freeman, and White due up. And Vern's 0 for 1. He's walked and lined out the second. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Doby in center for out number 1. And Buck Freeman comes to the plate now. And Freeman's 0 for 2. He's popped up to second, grounded out to first. And he gets a hold of this one, Buck does. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. And he's in there with a double, a 1-out double. That brings up Sammy White now. And White is 0 for 2. He's popped up the first and he's grounded out the second. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Earl's got it for out number 2. And we're going to have a pitch hitter here for Mel, even though he's 2 for 2. You know what? We're going to let him hit. He's 2 for 2. And after that first inning, he settled down. So we're going to let him hit and see if he can drive in a run here. Here's the pitch to Mel. And that's going to be a base on balls. Mel walks. So we're going to the top of the lineup. And Collins. At first and second here. Tying run at the plate. And Jimmy Collins. He's 0 for 3. He has flown out the right twice and struck out. And he's not going to make an out this time. He squares this one up, folks. And that ball is hit in right center field. And let's see here with 2 outs, a 51 minus a 38. That'll be a 13, 24. Mel will score on a 46 or lower. And he's in there. So that's a 2 RBI double by Collins. And it's a 1-run ball game here, folks. GOERGE is due to lead off the 7th. Let's see if he can get out of this mess with the lead. Pete Rowland's up now. He's 1 for 3. He's grounded out, reached on a fielder's choice and singled. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Shoeless Joe. That'll end the inning. But the Red Sox score 2, make it a 1-run ball game. We go to the top of the 7th. That's going to be it for George. I have a pitch hitter here for him. See who's going to come off the bench here against Mel. And Lou's going to come off the bench, try to get on base here. Start this 7th inning off. And Lou is batting .083, folks. 2 for 24 on the year with 1 RBI. Here's the pitch to Lou. And that's going to be a comebacker to Mel. He fires over to first for out number 1. And we're back to the top of the order in Knapp. And Napoleon is 2 for 3, having a good game. 2 singles, and he's came around the score. And that's going to be a fly ball out to DiMaggio for out number 2. So it's up to Shoeless Joe to keep this 7th inning alive here. And Joe is 1 for 2. He has walked, singled, and grounded out to the catcher. And that's going to be a base on balls. Joe gets on board here with 2 outs. Let's see if he's taken off here. I think he's going to stay put. That would be a 4. And that's only a 50-50 chance to get down there with Trusky up. Trusky's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. He is grounded out and he has walked. And that's going to be a 45 on an 8. That's fielding column 1. Yep. And that's going to be popped up in the foul territory. And that'll end the inning as White takes the mask off, makes the catch. And we'll see who's going to come out here and pitch the 7th inning as we make it to the 7th inning stretch. And I think the Chief's going to come out of the bullpen here. And Mel's going to come out of the bullpen. And Mel, this is his 3rd appearance. He's 1-0. Hasn't given up a run yet. He'll be facing DiMaggio, Williams, and Jensen. DiMaggio's 0 for 3. He's flown out to the corners, right and left, and reached on a fielder's choice. And he gets a hold of this one off of Harder. And that ball is hit into the gap in right field. DiMaggio with a leadoff double. And down at second now is DiMaggio for Ted Williams. And here's the pitch from Mel. And that's going to be against the righty, a 15. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And he's going to look the runner back to second, fire over to first. That'll be 1 down here. Jackie Jensen's is up now. And Jackie is 1 for 3 with a double. He's flown out the left and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Dobie's got it. That'll be out number 2. It's up to Tony Stevens to do something with this leadoff double and tie this game up. Burns 0 for 2. He's walked, lined out, and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby. And they work around the leadoff double. Boston Strands 1. We go to the top of the 8th. Cleveland hanging on to a 1-run game. We got Rosen due up, followed by Dobie and Bobby.
Avila.
And let's see what can happen here in the 8th. In a 1-run game, here's the pitch to Al. He's 0 for 3, grounded out twice and struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls. Mel walks the leadoff batter. Not what you want to see if you're a Sox fan. Brings up Dobie now. He's walked and grounded out and flown out. Here's the pitch to Larry. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Dobie out. 1 down now. Al still down there at first.
Avila.
Avila's up now. Bobby Avila's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Excuse me. He's flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a tailor-made double play down there to Pete. He's up with it. He's going to fire over to second, over to first, and that'll end the inning. 6-4-3 double play. A 4-6-3 double play. And that'll end the inning, folks. We go to the bottom of the 8th. You got Freeman, White, and a pitch hitter for Mel due up here. And Buck is 1 for 3 with a double. Came around the score. He's popped up and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball to Jackson for out number 1. And Sammy White's up now. And Sammy's 0 for 3. Grounded out, popped up, and flown out. And another ground ball. This one down the second. Bobby's got it. Over to Hal for out number 2. We'll have a pitch hitter here from Mel. See who's going to come off the bench here. Try to tie this ball game up. And Billy Goodman's going to come off the bench. See if Billy can do something here in the bottom of the 8th. Let's see here. They got a lefty, a righty, and probably a pitch hitter coming up. So probably will be Jones on the jukebox. But first, we'll get Goodman in the game. There's Billy. And Billy's 0 for 5 on the year. Here's the pitch to him. And he's going to be 0 for 6 because that's going to be a swing and a miss. Mel gets him the strikeout for the final out of the inning. Now let's see who's going to come out here and pitch for the Red Sox. Got a lefty followed by 2 righties.
Averill.
Got Averill due up followed by Hagen and probably a pitch hitter for Mel. So let's see here. Who's going to come out of the bullpen if I can get the cards. There we go. See who all's in the bullpen here. They don't have a very good bullpen. And it's going to be Sad Sam Jones coming out, I believe. Yep. Jones is going to come out of the bullpen. Try to keep this a 1-run game. Like I say, he'll be facing the bottom part of the order here. See what Earl can do. This is Sam's 2nd appearance of the year. No record and no ERA. Earl is 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI double. Grounded out and flown out after that. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Sad Sam walks the first batter. See Boston's upcoming schedule. They got a double hitter against the Yankees, and then they go back, stay on the road, and play Washington. So a 2-game series against New York and New York. And now you got a runner down at first for Jim. Jim's 0 for 3. He is flown out, struck out, and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first on a 61 and a 2. And that's going to make it through for a single. Freeman can't get to it. It's a base hit in the right field. And now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Chief. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. And I think it's going to be Colavito. Colavito is going to come off the bench and try to bust this game open here for the White Sox. Rocky Colavito. First and second, nobody out. Can Colavito come through here? Batting .316, 2 homers, and 6 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Rocky. And that's not what he wanted. That'll be a ground ball down the third. And a 65, that'll be fielding. Runner out at second. So now it'll be first and third with 1 out here. Colavito hits a ground ball down to Collins. He goes over to second, but they can't get the double play. So Elijah weighs up now. First and third, 1 out. And they'll have to bring the infield in. And Knapp's having a good game. He is 2 for 4, 2 singles, grounded out and flown out. And a 36, that's going to be a second baseman. That's going to be a line drive. Down the second, hit it right on the button. The runners get back. Now there's 2 outs and still first and third for Shoeless Joe. White Sox. Yeah, the Indians would love to add a run here. Joe is 1 for 2. Keep forgetting Joe's with these Cleveland Indians. He's walked twice and singled, grounded out to the catcher. And he's gonna add some runs to this, folks. That ball is hit in the deep center field. Rocky doesn't have much speed. Let's see if he scores a 71. He should score easily. 71. That would be a 6. Yep, he's going to score easily on the double. And that's 2 insurance runs. And the Indians needed that. Shoeless Joe with a 2 RBI double makes this a 6-3 ball game. Sad Sam Jones gives Rocky was supposed to score on that. So you do that. Supposed to be a double in the deep center field. And runner on first should score. That'll bring up Hal Trusky now with runner down at second and a 3-run lead for the Indians. And Trusky's 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's walked, grounded out and popped up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Freeman's got it, tosses it over to Jones covering, but the damage was done. A 2-run double by Jackson makes it 6-3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. He's going to come out here and pitch. You got the righty, the lefty, and the righty. And it's going to be early wind's going to come out of the bullpen, the righty. Try to keep this game 6-3. Where's early? There he is. And this is Wynn's 3rd game of the year. No record with a 2.25 ERA. Like I say, he's got the top of the order due up here in Collins, Rollins, and DiMaggio. Here's the pitch, and he'll be taken out if he gets to Ted Williams, that's for sure. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby at second, over to Trusky at first for out number 1. Pete's up now, and Pete is 1 for 4. He is singled, grounded out, reached on a fielder's choice, and flown out. And he's going to get a single here in the right field. So Pete's aboard here with 1 out. Now DiMaggio's up. And DiMaggio's 1 for 4 with a double. He's flown out the left and right and reached on a fielder's choice. And that ball's well hit. And all of a sudden, early wind's in trouble here. And that ball's going to be hit in the left field. That's going to be a RBI triple. And that brings up Ted Williams. And that's it for Wynn. They're going to go with the lefty here. Let's see. And Don Mossey's going to come in here. Try to nail this game down now. So Wynn can't get the job done. Obviously, the Indians with a 2-run lead now going to play back. They'll give up that run. So Ted Williams, let's bring in Mossey here. Pitch to the lefty. And this is Mossey's 5th game. He's 1-0 with 2 saves and a 3 ERA. Ted Williams is 1 for 2 today with 2 walks and an RBI homer. Here's the pitch to Williams. He grounded out his last time up. And not this time, folks. That's going to be a home run. That is going to be a 2-run homer, and Ted Williams has tied this ball game up, folks. Bullpen has imploded here in the ninth. Ted Williams with his second homer of the game has made it a 6-6 ball game. We got Jackie Jensen up now. Jackie's 1 for 4. He has doubled, flown out the twice, and grounded out. And that's going to be against the lefty. 19. That's going to be a fly ball to Shoeless Joe for out number 2. And Vern Stevens is up now. And Vern's 0 for 3. He has walked, lined out, flown out, and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Earl. That ends the inning. But the Red Sox score 3 and tie this up. 2 of them off the home run by Williams. You got Rosen, Doby, and Bobby due up. Al is 0 for 3. We go to extra extras to read all about it. He has walked, grounded out the short twice, and struck out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for strikeout. I'll be right back. And Larry Doby's up. He's 0 for 3. He has walked, grounded out, flown out, and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Collins for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 10th. Can Bobby keep this inning alive here? Bobby is 1 for 4 with an RBI. He has flown out and grounded out the second twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jackie Jensen. That'll win the top of the 11th, top of the 10th. We go to the bottom of the 10th. You got Freeman, White, and a pitch hitter for Jones if it gets that far. And you can see the records here. Cleveland and Boston both 5 and 4. The Tribe have scored 40 runs on 20 homers, no stolen bases, and haven't been caught. And the Red Sox with 40 runs scored with 14 homers, no stolen bases, and haven't been caught. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Don over to first for out number 1. And Sammy White's up now. And Sammy is 0 for 4. He has grounded out the second twice, popped up and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second again. And that'll be out number 2. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Jones. See who's going to come off the bench against the lefty. And Bobby Doerr is going to come off the bench. See if he can win this game with one swing of the bat. And Bobby is batting 1,000. He's 1 for 1 on the year. And not anymore. That's a fly ball out to Earl and left. That'll be out number 3. And that'll end the inning as the Red Sox go down in order. We are going to the 11th. Need a new pitcher here for Red Sox. Got a lefty due up, a righty, then a pitch hitter here. So let's see who's going to come out. Joe Dobson, I think, is going to come out here. Joe Dobson's coming out of the bullpen. Trying to keep this game tied up. We'll have Earl, Jim, and a pitch hitter due up here. Earl is 1 for 3. He has a 2 RBI double. He's walked once, then grounded out and flown out. Can Earl get on base here? And nope, that's going to be a ground ball down to Collins. He's up with it, fires over to first for out number 1. And this is Dobson's 3rd appearance. He's got a 6 ERA with no record. Here's Jim now. He's 1 for 4. Flown out, struck out, and grounded out. And that's going to be hit down the short, and that's going to be an E6 on Vern Stevens. So the go-ahead runs down at first. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Don. And it's going to be Trish Speaker's going to come off the bench. See if Speaker can do something here with a runner down at first. And Trish is batting .269, 3 homers and 6 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Trish. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. 51 on a 6. And that's still fielding column 1. And that's going to be around the horn double play. So that'll be the old 5-4-3 double play. And that ends the inning. Speaker hits into the inning double play. You have the righty, the lefty, and the righty due up. I believe Bob Lemon's going to be coming out of the bullpen. Bob's tired. So it's going to be Wes Farrell's going to be coming out of the bullpen. So West is going to come out of the pen. Try to keep this game tied up here in the bottom of the inning. And West is entering his 3rd game, no ERA. And he'll be facing the top of the order. Collins, Rollins, and DiMaggio. Here's the pitch to Collins. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field for out number 1. And you got Pete Rollins up now. And Pete, he is 2 for 5. He is singled twice, grounded out, reached on a fielder's choice, and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be an error on Elijah way down at short. So Pete's aboard now with the go-ahead run. And you got Dom DiMaggio up. Dom is 2 for 5 with a double and a triple and an RBI. He's flown out twice, reached on a fielder's choice his other time's up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 53 on an 8. That'll be fielding column 2. And they get the runner at second on the 4-6 putout. And here comes the man of the hour, Ted Williams, 2 homers on the day. He has 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Ted. And that's going to be a base on balls. Can't really blame him. I guess they'll go ahead run in the scoring position. 1st and 2nd now. And 2 outs. Jackie Jensen's up. He is 1 for 5. He has doubled flown out twice, and grounded out. Flown out 3 times, rather, all 3 outfield. And that ball's hit into the outfield, out in center field. Doby's out there, a 32 and a 2. And that's barely fielding column 2. And that's going to be an error. Runner out at home, though. He throws the runner out, so that's going to be an E8. But he throws DiMaggio out trying to score. And that'll end the inning, folks. What a play by Doby. First, he screws the reach, lets the ball drop in there, and then he throws the runner out. As you can see the teams there, the Cleveland Indians have struck out 42 times, walked 52 times, hit 48 doubles and 4 triples. Red Sox have struck out 59 times, walked 49 times, hit 22 doubles and 2 triples. As we go to the top of the 12th, we got the top of the order due up here for the Tribe. Lajoie, Jackson, and Trusky. Knapp's 2 for 5. He has grounded out, flown out, and lined out his other 2 times. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Knapp's aboard here with a leadoff single. And that brings up Shoeless Joe. And Joe is 2 for 3. He's got a 2 RBI double. He has walked twice and grounded out to the catcher. His other time's up. And that's going to be a pop up in the foul territory. White makes the catch. And that'll be out number 1. Hal Trusky's up now. Can he deliver here with Nate down at first? He's 1 for 4 with an RBI. He's got a walk. He's grounded out twice and popped up. And that's going to be against the righty, 15. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Williams has got it. So now there's 2 outs and the leadoff batter still down at first for Al Rosen. Al's 0 for 4. He has a walk. He struck out twice and grounded out to short twice. And that's going to be a fly in the right field rather. Jensen makes it. The leadoff single goes nowhere. The bottom of the 12th we go. And we got Stevens, Freeman, and White due up. Vern's 0 for 4. He has walked, lined out, flown out twice, and grounded out. And not this time. He's going to drive this ball somewhere, folks. And that ball is hit in the right field. Jackson gets over there quickly, cuts it off, holds him to a single. Nice play by Shoeless Joe. Now you got the go-ahead run at first and nobody out for Buck Freeman. Freeman's 1 for 5 with a double. He's popped up, grounded out twice, and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And they'll get the lead runner. That'll be the old 4-6 ground out. Now you got Freeman down at first for Sammy White. Let's see here. Yeah, I think Freeman's going to take off here. An E. Yep. Freeman's going to take off. That'll make him a 32. Freeman's going to try to get in scoring position. A 62 or lower. Freeman's going to be safe at second. And he's in there with a stolen base. So Freeman's in the scoring position now with 1 out. For White. And they're going to walk White to set up the double play. His run means nothing. Then they'll have a pitch hitter here for Dobson. See who's going to come out and pitch it here for Dobson. Okay. Against the righty. It's going to be Johnny Pesky. He's going to come off the bench. Johnny Pesky comes off the bench with runners on first and second and one out. Looking for the double play ground ball here from Pesky. White, not much speed down there at first. Pesky is 0 for 5 on the year. And a 35 and a righty. That'll be a 16. And that's going to be a base hit. And that is going to fill the bases. An infield hit by Pesky. And the bases are juiced. We go to the top of the order here. And Jimmy Collins. And they got to bring the infield in. Got to bring it in. Can't afford to run the score here. Wow. Jimmy's 1 for 6. He is a double. 2 RBI double. He has flown out the right twice, left, and struck out and grounded out the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And with the infield in. And that's going to be the old 5, 2, 3 double play. Nice play by Al Rosen. Indians get out of the bases loaded, 1 out. And we're headed to the 13th inning, folks. And Tex Hughes is going to come out of the bullpen. He'll pitch this 13th inning. Where's Tex at? He'll be facing Larry Doby, Bobby Abel, and Earl Averill. So here's Larry up now. Larry is 0 for 4. He's walked, grounded out, flown out, and struck out. Tex Hughes, this is his 3rd appearance. He's 1-0 with no ERA. And here's the pitch to Larry. And that's going to be against the righty, 14. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Ted Williams makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Bobby. Can Bobby get something going? He's 1 for 5 with an RBI today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Now there's 2 outs. Can Earl do something here? Earl is 1 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs. And that's a back-to-back strikeouts. Tex comes in, does his job. Now we go to the bottom of the 13th. Still tied up at 6 apiece. We got Rollins, DiMaggio, and Williams due up. Pete's 2 for 6. Here's the pitch to Pete. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby at second for out number 1. DiMaggio's up now. And DiMaggio is 2 for 6, a double, a triple, and an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And here's Ted Williams. He has hit 2 homers in this game, folks. Has 3 RBIs. He's 2 for 3. He has walked 1, 2 times and 3 times and grounded out 2 short. And that's going to be another base on balls. Williams trots on down to first. Go ahead run. The winning runs at first for Jackie Jensen. And Jackie is 1 for 6 with a double today. And that's going to be a 7 against a 17. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Ted Williams is going to stop at second. Go winning runs down at second now. 2 outs for Vern Stevens. Can West get out of this mess? West is due up second in the top of the 14th if it gets there. Stevens 1 for 5. He's walked, lined out, flown out, grounded out. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be an 8 against a 16. First and second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And hits a swing and a miss, rather. He strikes him out. We go to the 14th inning. It's still 6-6. We got Jim due up, a pitch hitter for West, and Mac the Nape against Tex here in the 14th inning. Here's the pitch to Jim, and Jim drives this ball into the gap in right field. That's a leadoff double. The Indians got the go-ahead run down at second. That'll be it for West. And who's going to come off the bench now? Pitch hit. Joe's going to come off the bench. The lefty. See if he can get aboard here, folks. No. Got nobody out, a runner down at second. And Joe is 0 for 3 this year. And a 35, that's a 9 against the righty. That'll be a 15. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And let's see here, with nobody out, he's going to stop at third. Not going to chance this, are they? Let's see here. That'll be a 2, a 38. That'll be a 111, 24, 24. No, they're not going to chance it. It'll be first and third. Still nobody out. That'll force the Red Sox to bring the infield in. First and third. Nobody out for Knapp, who's having a fine game. He's 3 for 6. He's got 3 singles. He's grounded out, lined out, and flown out. Can Knapp get him on the board here? And he's going to do more than just get him on the board. He drives this ball, folks. And that ball is hit into the deep part of center field. That's going to score 2. And just like that, the Indians has got another 2-run lead. Knapp Lajoie's down at second. Still nobody out. And it is now an 8-6 ball game. Tex is out there shaking his head. And now you got Shoeless Joe up. He's 2 for 4. He's got 2 RBIs on the day. He's walked twice and doubled. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Pete's got it for out number 1. Hal Trusky's up now. And Hal is 1 for 5 with an RBI and a walk. And that's going to be another base on balls. That does set up the double play, though, with Al Rosen up. So you got first and second now. 1 down. And Al's 0 for 5. He has walked, but he's hitting into a double play. He's grounded out to short, struck out twice, flown out to right. And that's going to be a 22. It's going to be out in front of the home plate. That's going to be a single in the left. And the runner's going to score on a drop throw out of the third. So that's a single in the left. And both runners advance 2 bases. And it's first and third, folks. And this game's getting out of control here. It is now 9-6. And the top of the 14th. Larry Doby, he's 0 for 5 with a walk. And that's going to be a infield. That's going to be a foul out to White for out number 2. And here's Bobby. 3 runs are already in here in the 14th. Bobby's 1 for 6 with an RBI. And he's going to be more than that. This is definitely going to end this ball game here, folks. Bobby Avey, he drives that ball into the gap in deep center field. That'll score 2 more runs. And it is now 11-6. A 5-run 14th. And the Tribe's not done yet. You got Earl up. Earl is 1 for 5 with a walk, a double, and 2 RBIs. And that'll end the inning. A fly ball out to center field. DiMaggio's got it. And that'll end the inning. But the Tribe score 5. We go to the bottom of the 14th. It is 11-6. You got Freeman, White, and a pitch hitter for Tex. And Bob Lemon's going to come out of the bullpen. And that's probably going to be it. Let's see if we can do a double switch here with Earl. Can we? No, we don't have nobody else that can play at outfield. Is that right? Joe can come in and play third. So do it that way. Joe can come in and play short. Knapp can go back to second. That's what we'll do here. Bob Lemon's going to come in the pitch. And he's going to bat in the 6th spot. Knapp's going to go to second. And Joe's going to go to short. And now we're ready. Okay. That way, just in case they tie this game up, Bob don't have to bat right away. You got Freeman, White, and a pitch hitter coming up here against Bob Lemon. This is Lemon's 3rd game. He is 0-2 with an 11 ERA. Here's the pitch to Freeman. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Doby's got it for out number 1. And that'll bring up Sammy White. Sammy's 0 for 5. He has grounded out to second 3 times, popped up the first, flew out the left, and he has been intentionally walked. And that's going to be against the righty, a 20. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. And that'll be out number 2. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Tex. And Kramer will come off the bench, try to keep this game alive here for Boston. And Kramer is batting 400 on the year, and he has a RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jackson. That's going to end the game. And in 14 innings, the Tribe wins this game 11-6, folks. Take a look here at this box score. Red Sox left 15 runners on base. So the Indians, 11 runs on 14 hits and 2 errors. The Red Sox, 6 runs on 14 hits and 1 error. Nap Lodgeway, look at that, 4 for 7 with 2 RBIs.
Avila.
Bobby Avila was 2 for 7 with 3 RBIs. Jim was 2 for 6. They were 8 for 16 with runners in scoring position. So they did a good job with runners in scoring position. Left 8 men on base. And the Red Sox, Rollins, DiMaggio, and Williams all had 2 hits, along with Parnell, the pitcher. Ted Williams tried to win this game all by himself for Boston. He was 2 for 3 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs, and he walked 4 times. They only got him out 1 time, folks. Red Sox were 4 for 16 with runners in scoring position. Like I said, they left 15 men on base. George Yule gets a no decision, goes 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, walked 4, struck out 1, and gave up 1 home run to Ted. And Harder goes in, 2 innings, 1 hit, struck out 1. Early Wynn comes in and doesn't get the job done. A third of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, and Don comes in. Mossy goes an inning and a third, 1 hit, 1 run, gives up the other home run to Williams. Wes Farrell comes in, gets the win, pitches 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, struck out 1. And Feller comes in, pitches 1 inning. And for the Red Sox, Mel Parnell goes 8 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, walked 5, struck out 3. Sad Sam Jones was sad. 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 1. Dobson comes in, 2 innings, 1 hit. And Tex Hughes pitches 2 innings, picks up his first loss. He's 1-1. 5 hits, 5 runs, walked 1, struck out 2. Take a look here at the standings and the leaderboard now. And you got the Indians now a half a game in front of the Yankees, Orioles, and Senators. Tigers and Red Sox are now a game back. White Sox are 2 games back, and the A's are 2.5 games back. Ted Williams batting .486, leading the American League. Lou Gehrig with his 7 home runs, and Ted Williams with 16 RBIs. Bob Schalke still leading with a .6 ERA. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers with 2 wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers with 2 saves. Lou's leading the MVP voting. And Cy Young for the Best Pitcher Award. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out, hit that like button. Let's see what the next game here on the channel is going to be in the Bats League. I believe that was just a 2-game series. And it was just a 2-game series. So let's see, make sure they don't play on the 30th. Had a day off here. Now the Red Sox go and play the Yankees. So let's see what the next game on the channel is going to be. And it's going to be the Giants playing the Cardinals. Let's see how many game series that is. Excuse me. 1, 2. And that's a 2-game series. So we'll have the Giants and the Cardinals coming up next, folks. All righty. Like I said, y'all have a good day and take care.